Tonight, Duluth's new superintendent is having some tough conversations, what he wants to do about school resource officers.
And COVID takes its toll on another Duluth business, while a long-term care facility is making the tough choice to lay off staff.
Plus, rolling back regulations. A look at how the Trump administration's plan to scale back environmental rules could impact the Northland.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Vaki.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. President Trump traveled to a UPS airport hub in Georgia today.
He was there to tout his administration's plan to roll back environmental regulations. Natalie Brand is at the White House with more.
Everybody, thank you.
The Trump administration moved forward Wednesday to weaken the 50-year-old National Environmental Policy Act, which mandates environmental reviews of major federal infrastructure projects, from freeways to pipelines. President Trump argues the regulations have blocked or delayed important infrastructure projects.
We're cutting the federal permitting timeline for a major project from up to 20 years or more, hard to believe, down to 2 years or less.
Pro-business groups support the move, but environmentalists call it a giveaway to polluters.
The president's visit to the battleground state of Georgia comes as presumptive Democratic nominee Joe Biden unveiled his plan this week for a clean energy future.
When Donald Trump thinks about climate change, the only word he can muster is hoax. When I think about climate change, the word I think of is jobs.
The former vice president's 14-page proposal intends to create millions of jobs in the auto industry and through government-backed construction projects. Biden also calls for a carbon-free power sector in 15 years.
The Trump administration and the Biden proposal follow two completely different tracks.
Professor of environmental law Robert Glicksman of the George Washington University says historically the two parties have opposing views of environmental protection's impact on the economy.
In general, the Democrats are more concerned with environmental protection considerations than the Republican Party has been.
The Trump administration's move Wednesday is expected to draw legal challenges from environmental groups.
Environmentalists are raising concerns tonight over President Trump's move to roll back that law he says delays infrastructure projects. The group Save the Boundary Waters claims the president's move would be detrimental to the BWCA, where plans are underway to build an underground copper-nickel mine. Just last month, the Trump administration announced it had begun the NEPA review process for Twin Metals, the company that wants to build the mine. Environmentalists fear the review process could be weakened under the new rules. Republican Congressman Pete Stauber, who represents the district containing the BWCA, said today reforming the NEPA is long overdue. He said getting rid of duplicative regulations would allow projects to come online faster, creating jobs and boosting the economy. We're also hearing from Twin Metals tonight. In a statement, a company spokesperson said Twin Metals expects to go through rigorous scrutiny by both state and federal agencies during the environmental review process, adding these processes are put in place to ensure Twin Metals meets and exceeds all standards before the project can move forward.
The Wisconsin DNR says it's made a tentative decision to approve permits with modifications for Enbridge's Line 5 relocation project. We reported Tuesday, environmentalists sent the Department of Natural Resources a letter Saturday arguing that the pipeline's new route isn't finalized and its permit application isn't complete. That's on the heels of a public hearing held on July 1st following the company's application to the DNR, which it contends included the route proposal. Enbridge is rerouting Line 5 in response to a lawsuit filed by the Bad River Band, which seeks to force removal of 12 miles of pipeline off the reservation. Enbridge officials say there are a few items they will continue to modify as part of the permitting process.
A Duluth senior living facility has laid off 20 people. A spokesperson for Ecumen Lakeshore in the city's Congdon neighborhood says the layoffs impact management positions and support staff. The layoffs are tied to financial challenges brought on by COVID-19. Ecumen says they remain committed to supporting and training direct care providers.
And Dave's in to give us our first look at the weather tonight. Dave, pretty nice for us, but some people saw some showers.
Yeah, up north there was a chance for showers and isolated thunderstorms. Okay. And we have a picture coming from that neck of the woods taken by our dear friend Sue Harju at Lake Vermilion State Park, which is on the east side of that lake. And you can see a cumulonimbus cloud trying to get rambunctious. It's starting to form an anvil, but it's not turning gray. And so it's a gentler storm cloud, so to speak. And we just might get a little bit more of that tomorrow. There is that trough of low pressure that's bringing that shower chance to the range, continues to track by the entire area tomorrow. Tomorrow's rain chance is about 20 to 30%, probably later in the day, aided and abetted by the heat of the day that once again will get back into the 80s. So gentler rains came to some towns today, likely will come again tomorrow. It's Friday night into Saturday when something more serious could come around, and we'll talk about it in more detail in just a bit.
Thanks, Dave. Americans are still stocking up on guns. Sales of firearms first climbed at the start of the pandemic, and business owners are still cashing in. The owner of Dead on Arms, a gun shop and shooting range in Cloquet, says business is booming. Chad Walsh says his firearm sales are up 300% from last year. His permit to carry classes are also at an all-time high. Walsh credits the surge to people being nervous and not feeling safe in today's climate.
You know, normally we find an uptick in March, April, May in gun sales, but this year was unusual due to all the civil unrest and everything that's going on with the pandemic.
Dead on Arms is not alone. Superior Shooter Supply says their gun sales have doubled since last year.
2 women are recovering from serious injuries tonight following a house explosion near Moose Lake. It happened shortly before 9 o'clock last night just off Main Street in Silver Township. Tonight we are learning more details about the explosion and what you could do to possibly prevent your home from a similar situation. CBS 3's John Cardinelli has the story.
It's not every day a fire department deals with a home explosion, especially in rural Carlton County.
It was a longer fire, for sure. The fact that the debris was spread out all over the place made it a little tougher.
The explosion reported around 9 p.m. on Tuesday. Word of a 52-year-old woman trapped inside the home's basement prompted multiple departments in the area to respond.
Took some time, a lot of manpower, and a lot of water.
When crews arrived, they found a 75-year-old woman injured and the 52-year-old woman that was once trapped in the basement miraculously out of the burning home.
She got out before anybody from the fire department got there. I think she was assisted by a friend or a relative.
Before being transported, the 52-year-old woman told authorities that the house exploded after she turned on her furnace. Kettle River's Fire Chief Kyle Reel has some advice to offer to those who may be fearful this could happen to them.
Definitely have your furnace serviced every year. Clean, serviced, make sure everything's good to go. CO monitors are always a good thing to have as well.
And always have a working smoke alarm and change the batteries once a year.
The names of the victims are not being released at this time. The cause of the explosion is still under investigation. Duluth leaders say the city's census response rate is currently behind its 2010 numbers. That's something they're hoping to change, and quickly. Minnesota leads the country with a 72% response rate. Duluth is slightly behind that at 71%. The city's public information officer, Kate Van Dale, says every response is important because of the funding and resources allocated from the survey. That's why they're working extra hard in certain neighborhoods in Duluth, like the Hillside and Lincoln Park areas, where response rates are falling behind the rest of the city. Van Dale says census workers will begin knocking on doors on August 11th for those who've not filled out the forms.
The pandemic meant a pause on many school-based preventative health programs. That includes Smiles United, a program helping kids in need get dental care on the Iron Range. As they picked back up services this week, CBS 3's Emma Quinn reports how they've made changes to keep smiles shining and healthy.
At the beginning of COVID-19, many school-based preventative health programs were put on hold, including United Way and Children's Dental Services Smiles United program.
We travel around the schools typically during the school year. We see those kids that maybe the normal dental office wouldn't see based on insurance.
But at the start of the week, dental staff resumed services for the 3 counties they serve at the United Way office in Chisholm, and some changes have come with it.
The whole standard sterilization procedure, you know, we have to have patients wait outside. We can't have more than, 2 people, a child and a guardian or parent in with them.
Other changes include stocking extra personal protective gear. Last year, the program serviced 1,600 children. This year, they extended that age range, hoping that as the pandemic continues, more people can utilize the service and get the dental care they need.
From birth to age 100 plus, we're able to provide that service now. Children's Dental Services is able to provide that care to people of all ages in our service territory.
Officials say as COVID-19 has been unpredictable, they're grateful they can provide a service when it's needed most.
Every day something new pops up because of COVID, but we've been really glad that a lot of our surprises have been positive surprises because we get so much support from our community members and our partners.
For more information on how to take part in the program, you can head to our website, CBS3Duluth.com.
A popular North Shore attraction reopened today after closing due to the pandemic. Split Rock Lighthouse opened for self-guided tours. They've made some changes in order to keep people safe. Certain parts of the lighthouse, like the keeper's rooms, will be closed. The gift shop has also moved outside. You can pre-order tickets online or over the phone. Limited tickets are also available on site.
Still to come, we sit down with Duluth's new superintendent as talks to remove the district's resource officer intensify.
A couple of showers buzzed through the Iron Ranges earlier today, and this evening even approached the Apostle Islands. I think another round of this could be with us tomorrow afternoon, and Friday, something bigger, which we'll talk about after our break.
Live, local, CBS3.
At Super One Foods, you'll find more than just low prices and better choices. You'll find friendly faces like ours, working hard to save you money.
Super One has a tireless commitment to quality and freshness and a goal of delivering 5-star service to every customer to bring the absolute best value to your shopping experience. Check out these specials available at all Super One locations going on now.
So stop into the Super One Foods right in your neighborhood. Super One Foods, serving you low prices and better choices.
Shopping for a new kitchen at Skips has never been better. Take home your dream kitchen today with Skips' new Glenwood and White cabinets. Enjoy freedom and flexibility with your own movable island today. You can rely on Skips for quality and durability at affordable prices. Stop by with your measurements and see how you can take home beautifully painted or stained cabinets today at a truly affordable price. Visit us online at skipshomecenter.com or stop in to see our showroom at 4728 Rice Lake Road, Duluth.
The 2020 Subaru Crosstrek. It comes with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, plus an economical 33 miles per gallon. And the Crosstrek has the lowest 5-year cost to own in its class for 3 years running, according to Kelley Blue Book. Love is out there. Find it in a Crosstrek.
Lease a new 2020 Subaru Crosstrek Premium for $329 a month. See the versatile Crosstrek today at Miller Hill Subaru. Online at millerhill.com.
This thing is really dusty.
In the 2020 census isn't complicated.
Everyone living in your home on April 1st counts.
My aunt and uncle who live with us count.
My best friend who sleeps over every Friday night doesn't count.
My new baby sister, she counts.
My mom's best friend who's been living with us, she counts. Our dog, Mr. Beebe, should count, but he doesn't.
Complete the census online, by phone, or by mail. Shape your future. Start here at 2020census.gov.
Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on Live Local CBS3 Duluth. Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Let's start by eyeing up the almanac here for today. Normal high temp is 77. The warm spell returned. We went to 83 degrees, although I think there is an end in sight to this second go-around with the warm spell. Once we get through the weekend, temperatures may fall back down towards normal. Record high for the date, 96 degrees, comes to us from 2006. And coming to us from the airport right now, we have a temperature of 71 with a relative humidity reading of 59%. A south-southwest winds going 8 miles per hour, and our air pressure on the higher side at 1,014 millibars, and that brought most of us a sunnier sky today. But up north and now towards the Apostle Islands, a couple of showers from a trough of lower pressure did work over that, and I think it could work over it again come tomorrow with a slight chance for a return of rain. Temperatures right now are running anywhere from 59 in Watersmeet to 68 in Ironwood. Big discrepancy in temperatures there. Into Wisconsin, the band is a little bit tighter, going about 65 to 69 degrees. The cooler towards Hayward, the warmer around Superior. Low 60s for east central Minnesota, including Moose Lake. Low to mid 60s up the North Shore for most towns, and then the Vermilion Range is at 64. Mesabi Range, including Hibbing, at 65 degrees, and just a hair warmer towards International Falls. A lot of towns tonight likely will drop into the 50s for low temperatures, and the dew points will be in the 50s or lower, and so it should be a comfortable night for sleeping. Getting into Friday night into Saturday, it may be more humid and more stormy and a little less comfortable. Right now, though, Doppler map shows trough of lower pressure associated with the center of low pressure up to our north is working through the iron ranges. That's what brought the showers earlier today and could bring them back again come tomorrow afternoon. Let's move on to the bigger picture. There's that trough of lower pressure affecting our weather through Thursday. Come Friday, I think higher pressure takes over for at least a day of sunshine, but perhaps only for a day, because by Friday night, this low pressure system brings us an 80% chance for showers and thunderstorms Friday night through Saturday morning. And the chance for some of these storms to become severe will be there once again. So gentle stuff Thursday, late Friday into Saturday, something we may have to watch out for. Forecast now for tonight in Minnesota. The low temperatures will be in the 50s. Showers up north, vaguely still possible, otherwise partly cloudy. Wisconsin and Michigan, low temps there should be in the mid-50s with a partly cloudy sky. And getting into the forecast for tomorrow for Wisconsin and the UP, 20% chance for afternoon showers to affect that part of our world with high temps in the lower 80s. Minnesota high temps could go from 77 by Grand Marais by the lake to as warm as 83 near International Falls. 30% chance for the afternoon rain showers there. And now with the extended forecast, Kristen and Anthony, the 30% shower chance gives way to sunnier and warmer and more humid conditions Friday. Again, fuel for that low from the west to feast upon late Friday night through a portion of Saturday. 80% chance for showers and storms, some of which could become strong to severe, then calmer and much more comfortable Sunday. And by Monday, the temperatures drop back into the 70s for a few days, which is where we're supposed to be for this time of year.
I know we had a day earlier this week, but it feels like 70s are hard to come by these days. Everything's 80 and above.
Yeah, around June 30th, we cracked into the 80s, and except for yesterday, that's where we stuck.
Crazy. Thanks, Dave.
The role of school resource officers continues to be a conversation across the state. Some districts are eliminating the police presence from their buildings.
In Duluth, former students, parents, and community members are hoping the school board here follows that trend. CBS3's Natalie Grant reports on how the new superintendent feels about the issues.
Whether police officers should be in schools has been a key point of conversation for a long time. After George Floyd's death, it's come into even sharper focus.
No student should feel unsafe in their own school, and right now the existence of SROs in schools makes some students feel unsafe, and we believe that replacing that position with a less punitive position would lead to more students feeling safer overall.
Maya Halverson, a Denfeld alumni, is one of the students who started a petition to remove SROs from Duluth public schools.
A lot of what we've heard from students and from parents is that they're looking for someone who can fulfill more of a role of social worker or counselor, a cultural coordinator, someone who's able to fill that kind of role without having the negative associations that a police officer can have.
The petition now has more than 1,170 signatures, landing the issue in front of the Duluth School Board. The board is set to vote next week on the $230,000 SRO contract with the Duluth Police. New Superintendent John Magus is hoping for a delay.
This is a very, very important conversation, and if we don't have the time to have that deep conversation in a meaningful way now, it's important for us to fully commit to having that conversation throughout the year.
Magus wants to look at things like training and policies and not just keeping or getting rid of SROs.
So it's not just the SRO school resource policy. We have to think about how are we looking at our law enforcement interaction with students policies. How are we looking at a wide variety of policies for the district to make sure that we have the most equitable and supportive practices possible.
Ultimately, the school board will decide, but some students say policy changes aren't enough.
We didn't write the petition saying that we wanted reform. We said that we wanted SROs removed from schools.
The Duluth School Board will meet next Tuesday to potentially vote on the SRO's contract for the upcoming school year. If you'd like more information on the petition, you can find a link on our website.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, how a 70s era hot rod is helping support local veterans in need.
CBS 3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Water makes life possible on Earth and in our homes. Culligan conserves this resource with its high-efficiency water softener, the world's best because it uses less water, and that matters to all of us. Click or call Culligan Water and start saving today.
Classic Rock KQ is once again the Northland's #1 radio station. The KQ Morning Show, the most listened to radio program in the Northland. The KQ Train Wreck, the Northland's #1 afternoon show. Thank you for making us the Northland's #1 radio station, 95 KQDS.
Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS. Join the Greater Downtown Council for movies in the parking lot. Friday nights all summer long. Watch movies from the comfort of your vehicle. Reserve your $10 parking spot ahead of time at downtownduluth.com/events/movies in the park. Present your digital ticket at the gate and enjoy. Bring your own food or have snacks from the concession stands. It all starts on July 17th with this blockbuster presented by Carlson Orthodontics and Live Local CBS 3. When news breaks, be the first to know with CBS 3. Alerting you with our mobile app, taking you live to the scene.
A lot of protesters walking.
Bringing you complete coverage on air. Showing you what's happening now, what's next, how it affects you.
There's a massive fire. We have a crew there live
Focused
now.
on urgency. Focused on accuracy. When news breaks in your neighborhood, be the first to know. With Live Local CBS 3.
I grew up in a mining household. That's generations in my family. It's a big issue to folks up here. Not just the breaking news type of stories, but the stories that impact the people who work in the mines, who live in mining communities. We're going above and beyond to get the full story.
Eye on Mining with Kristen Vaki, Tuesdays at 10 on Live Local CBS.
Our Northland may not have the longest severe weather season, but it does come around every now and then. I'm hoping folks will keep an eye to the sky and on Channel 3 here this summer. If severe weather threatens, Austin Haskins, Caitlin Moffett, and I will keep our eyes glued to the radar. We'll break in if you need to hear about the latest storm developments. We'll work together to keep our region safe.
Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS 3.
Northwest Outlet is open for business. Now save up to 40% off store-wide.
Always on the go, but want to keep up with the day's news? Don't worry. Now we are wherever you are. Traveling? No problem. Stream wherever, whenever with Live Local CBS 3.
A restored car was auctioned off today to raise money for wounded veterans.
The Military Order of the Purple Heart received a donation of a 1976 Chevy Laguna S3. They partnered with Benna Ford in Superior. The dealership collaborated with Lake Superior College students to restore the car. They refinished the hood, trunk, doors, and gave the car a nice fresh coat of paint. Students say it was a great way to get hands-on learning while supporting a good cause.
It feels great. It puts the LSC name out there, and it's just a good thing for the veterans and everything else. So, I mean, I'm just happy that that money's going to a great cause, so rather than just being sold for someone privately.
A buyer in Michigan bought the car for almost $15,000. All the proceeds will go to the local chapter of the Purple Heart, which helps combat wounded veterans in northern Minnesota.
Coming up in sports, a big jump for St. Thomas Athletics. Plus, the Twins get a boost with just over a week until the season starts. All this and more right after the break.
Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on live local CBS3 Duluth.
Years fly by. Your retirement date keeps getting closer. Rather than spending another night worrying about your investments, get a second opinion on your investment strategy today. Let us show you how a professionally designed investment strategy that's aligned with your goals can help you sleep well at night. Go to MPPLFinancial.com to get our investment review checklist. Then call MPPL Financial this week for a complimentary second opinion consultation. A second opinion could be your best 2020 investment.
We have a structure fire with injuries on Highway 13.
Did you know your friends and neighbors volunteer to provide emergency services? They are serving many communities and need your help. Challenge yourself. Be part of the team. Be somebody.
Hope for Kids Child Care Center is opening soon. To enroll your infant, toddler, or preschooler, call 218-724-1510.
When severe weather hits, tune to CBS3.
Tonight at 10, we'll be out here in the storm.
For up-to-date coverage morning and night.
Stay away from here.
Live local weather coverage on CBS3 Duluth. The show critics are praising as genius is now the Emmy winner for Outstanding Talk Show Host.
That's a standing ovation.
Yes. And the stars love it too.
You're so good.
America's Sweetheart is a hit and everything we love.
Oh my God!
This is why we connect. Hey. You say y'all, I say y'all. That's how you say it.
Hey.
You're wrong.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on live local CBS3.
I grew up in a mining household. That's generations in my family. It's a big issue to folks up here. Well, not just the breaking news type of stories, but the stories that impact the people who work in the mines, who live in mining communities. We're going above and beyond to get the full story.
Eye on Mining with Kristen Vaki, Tuesdays at 10 on live local CBS.
When news happens, CBS3 is there.
We're cutting in with a follow-up to some breaking news.
Anytime, day or night, more cases of the coronavirus are popping up across the Northlands.
The only confirmed cases in northeastern Minnesota.
Not go shopping today unless you absolutely must. Do not collect any supplies or equipment unless you absolutely need it today.
The Northland has seen its first coronavirus-related death.
For breaking stories that impact the Northland most, tune to CBS 3.
The NFL has not yet officially announced anything regarding the status of their regular season games. Everything currently remains on as scheduled. But in Green Bay, training camp will definitely look different this year. The team announced today that there will be no fans in attendance at any training camp practices, including Packers Family Night and all preseason home games. Packers president and CEO Mark Murphy said they made the difficult decision after consulting with local health officials and reviewing league and CDC guidelines. Packers Family Night, which is an annual tradition, will still take place, but fans will have to enjoy the scrimmage in front of their own TVs. As recently signed, Minnesota Wild Russian prospect Kirill Kaprizov eagerly awaits his arrival in North America. He met with the media for the first time this morning via a Zoom call. General Manager Bill Guerin lifted up the jersey he would hand over to his young star player. The jersey is already up for sale in the Wild Hockey Lodge. Kaprizov says he's been quarantined back home and is excited to meet his new teammates in Minnesota.
He is grateful for his agent and for the team and for everybody who helped him in this process. And he knows everybody is waiting for him, and he can't wait to put on the jersey himself as well. And he hopes that's going to happen sometime as soon as next week. And he's really eager and excited to join the team.
To the college ranks, former St. Scholastic goalie Lexi Tomacek and UWS forward Eva Reinertsen were named nominees for a prestigious award on Tuesday. The duo is up for the 2020 NCAA Woman of the Year award. Both earned that honor after having stellar seasons this past winter. Reinertsen led the Jackets on the hardwood, averaging 17 points and 8 rebounds per game with 47.7 field goal percentage. And on the ice, Tomacek holds just about every CSS goaltending record, holding career records for wins, saves, and save percentage, among a number of other categories. The top 9 finalists will be announced this fall. The University of St. Thomas and St. Paul made it official today. They're taking all sports to Division I. The women's hockey team will be joining the WCHA, which means they'll be seeing the Bulldogs a couple of times every season. The men's hockey team is currently awaiting a decision on their conference placement. As for the Tommies football team, they'll join the Pioneer Football League. The rest of their athletic teams will join the Summit League. St. Thomas will play out the rest of the 2020-21 academic year in the MIAC before officially making the transition next fall. The Tommies were involuntarily removed from the MIAC last May. Finally, the Twins received a boost with just over a week to go until the regular season begins. Slugger Miguel Sano has been cleared to rejoin the team's summer camp. He previously tested positive for COVID-19 earlier this month. Sano is making the switch over to first base after the team signed third baseman Josh Donaldson earlier this offseason. If all goes as hoped, Sano will pick up where he left off last year when he socked a career-high 34 home runs. The Twins open the regular season next Friday in Chicago. Now that's all for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
Twin Ports Cyclery awarded Best Bike Sales and Service Shop in Duluth is a neighborhood bike shop. Their honest and friendly staff are ready to meet your biking needs. From sales, service, bike fitting, and parts, they are here to get you back on the road because they go the extra mile to help.
The U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame Museum is America's hockey showplace to honor the legends of the game and to preserve the memories of ice hockey in the United States. Come visit us in Evelyn, Minnesota, where we are rich in hockey history.
As an orthopedic surgeon, my subspecialty is sports medicine, which is mostly arthroscopic procedures, so doing procedures that are minimally invasive. The reason the patient should come to Memorial Medical Center is that we're going to offer a unique combination of having experienced surgeons, plus having a hospital that is willing to support us with the most technologically advanced equipment, and then also having an administration that supports the type of health care that we would like to deliver.
Seeing the joy that people feel when they share a meal with family and friends, that's why we do this. The laughter of kids around the table, the thrill of families driving through for a treat, the delight of not having to cook, and instead letting us safely serve you. It all comes back to taking care of each other. And for that, we'll be here with your favorites and always a smile.
Join the Greater Downtown Council for Movies in the Parking Lot, Friday nights all summer long. Watch movies from the comfort of your vehicle. Reserve your $10 parking spot ahead of time at downtownduluth.com/events/movies in the park. Present your digital ticket at the gate and enjoy. Bring your own food or have snacks from the concession stands. It all starts on July 17th with this blockbuster presented by Carlson Orthodontics and live local CBS3.
Duluth's downtown waterfront district is the heart of our community. So many of the things we love about Duluth can be found right here, from businesses to attractions. And now, most of them are open and working hard so you can safely enjoy them. Our local restaurants, breweries, shops, salons, and attractions help weave the unique fabric of our community. They make us stand out. And when you support them, your dollars stay in our community, helping to boost our economy. Show your love for Duluth's local businesses. We can't wait to see you.
Men's wardrobe provided by Mainstream Fashions for Men. Mainstream is your wedding headquarters. Downtown Duluth.
It's always been believed that dogs age 7 times faster than humans.
Yeah, but a new study published in Cell Systems suggests that just might not be true. In fact, results found that the equation for a dog's age is actually quite a bit more complicated. The formula researchers at the University of California, San Diego developed is the logarithm of the dog's age multiplied by 16 plus 31. I don't know what that means.
Pretty complicated. So that would mean a 1-year-old dog is close to a 31-year-old human. A 5-year-old dog is similar to a 57-year-old human, and a 10-year-old dog is likened to a 68-year-old human. Researchers base their equation on canine and human genomes after studying 104 Labrador retrievers. Either way, my dog Louie looks so good for his age.
Leave it to you to just slide a Louie shout out in there, just like that. Yeah, you got it.
All right, let's look at the 49-day forecast here in dog weeks. It's going to show temperatures coming down eventually. We got a little break in temperatures yesterday, but then today we went back into the 80s, which is warmer than normal. Likely will stay that way through Sunday before normal returns by Monday. Now, embedded in the temperature swap here, we've got a couple of increases in precip chances. Some folks got a little today, could get a little more again tomorrow, just gentler shower type of stuff. But then Friday night into Saturday is the best chance of rain for the week ahead. 80% chance for potentially strong showers and storms.
All right, thanks for joining us.